Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is Thursday. It's the 5th day of March. It is National Absinthe Day. I still don't know what that is. I think we've talked about this the last few years, and I've never Googled it, so I probably should. Maybe I'll do that while we're talking here. It's also National Cheese Doodle Day, National Multiple Personality Day, and National Hospitalist Day. So a lot of things going on here today, and I'm super excited for our Dear John letter. I still just can't even believe I was able to make this happen.
I know, you've been giddy about it.
I just think it's so cool. We have a Dear John letter that it is from a bar owner that's struggling. And anyway, I reached out to JonTaffer from Bar Rescue. We're going to be chatting with him to help answer our Dear John letter today.
There you go. It's pretty cool.
Love that show. And a new season just started up on the Paramount Network, so it worked out perfectly. Absinthe, by the way, is it's a drink. People drink it. It's a green drink, and people typically drink it like in conjunction with St. Patty's Day. So I'm seeing that online here. So there you go. Now we know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
If you grew up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, you should consider joining us for this amazing vacation.
My wife and I have been to this event the last 3 years, and we've had a blast.
Join us at the Sands.
Hear amazing music from Billy Idol,
Cheap Trick,
Belinda Carlisle,
Little River Band,
The Hooters,
Tesla,
Howard Jones,
and many more.
Plus, meet awesome stars from movies and TV.
It's the best week ever.
Learn more right now at thesands.rocks.
That's thesands.rocks.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A study found that eating a Western diet, like Americans eat, of pizza and snacks and processed foods, is lowering the sex drive in men in Western areas. So, imagine how things could be, Heidi.
Maybe it's not the food that's lowering their sex drive. Maybe it's the fact that everybody's gained weight and nobody's attracted to anybody anymore. So that's what's lowering the sex drive. Not necessarily the food, just the ugh.
I'm always in the mood. I don't know what you're talking about. She's my wife, by the way, so I think I can say that. Is checking with the judges. Can I say that? I can? Okay. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Not all credit cards are created equally. Some cards have higher rates, some have annual fees, some are just not very good. Often people will sign up for these because that's all they qualify for. But if you've done that, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation can change. Then you could qualify for a better credit card, one that offers you a better rate, or one that offers miles, points, cash back, or whatever is the best fit for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by Time4Rehab.com. Wisconsin man arrested for allegedly shooting 3 kids after they threw snowballs at his car.
Oh,
yeah.
Jeez.
24-year-old William Carson is accused of opening fire at a group of 7 children.
Gosh.
They were throwing snowballs January the 4th, so I guess it's a couple of months ago now. One frozen snowball hit his car. He turned around, got out, and started shooting. One of the children was shot in the thigh. Second was hit in the arm. Another one in the jacket. It says he fled the scene, was caught by police. Turns out he was driving under the influence. So they say it was highly probable to be the same firearm. They found one in the vehicle. Charged with several different things, but boy, not a good plan, dude. They threw a snowball. Get over it. I mean, kids don't do that either. But
a frozen snowball would put a heck of a dent in a car.
You know what else? You shoot somebody and kill them, that puts a heck of a dent in the rest of your life.
Oh,
and it
clearly.
ends there.
I'm not saying that it was justified
so
at
lucky.
all.
This guy's 24 years old. He is so lucky none of those kids were killed. Bizarre story.
Well, either way, he's going to get attempted murder. I mean, he'll
go to jail for a while.
Yeah.
That's what happens when your brain is on drugs. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. For those of you who care, you probably already heard this. Hardball host Chris Matthews resigned the other day.
I heard about this.
From the network after a staffer accused him of harassing her. Mm-hmm. So the weird thing is, and I wasn't watching because I don't watch that, but we have a friend that said he was watching the program and then like all of a sudden, different host.
Went to a commercial break
and
came back
quit
and
in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I don't know what happened there exactly. Snoop Dogg and 50 Cent mocked Oprah on social media after she was tripping on stage, literally, and fell in Los Angeles. And she had just talked about balance and then trip. So sadly,
it was actually really funny.
Well, yeah, that is kind of funny that's what she was talking about. Yeah, the timing was, but boy, I guess some people are being pretty darn mean about it. And then Carrie Underwood talks about she was eating as little as 800 calories a day after American Idol. She was trying to, get her weight where she wanted to get her weight down to 800 calories a day. You don't want to do that. It's not nearly enough calories. Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
Drinking too much can ruin your life. Alcohol and drug issues can cause problems at work, at home, and pretty much everywhere. If substance abuse has taken over your life and you want to quit, there is help. TimeForRehab.com could be the first step in the right direction for you. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find a new life beyond addiction. Your insurance company may even cover the cost to help make this happen. You can learn more now at TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Now your scoop of the day, brought to you by FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. Here's a survey that shows 1 in 5 workers say they're late to work at least once a week. Most common excuse, traffic, followed by a lack of sleep. Getting children ready for school or daycare is the next on the list. Shock, 1 in 10 workers say they're late to their jobs at least twice a week. So, I don't know. It's been a while. I don't really pay attention. I think I'm on time. I don't know. Somebody would probably let me know if I'm not. Robbery suspect was in the process of going through a house in Germany when the residents returned home. In a rush to escape, guess what happened?
What?
He left his wallet with his ID at the scene of the crime.
That's a shame.
Police say he was attempting to make an online purchase of computer parts for the computer he was about to steal. So what? I don't quite... So he was in their house stealing a computer, and he was using the computer to order parts? I don't know.
Apparently.
That makes no sense to me. Food delivery app Grubhub has launched a new subscription service called Grubhub Plus. What does that mean? Wonder what the plus is.
It's better.
Oh, thank you for that, Heidi.
You're welcome.
Wow. I'm going to turn your mic off for the rest. Just kidding. I just had a guy, by the way, tell me. I had a dude tell me, listen to this. I was talking to a listener, and he said, Heidi needs to be on the show more. So, thank you for
I think we can all agree with that.
Mm-hmm. Other fast food chains are rushing to launch meatless and plant-based and healthy options, and then Dunkin' Donuts kicks down the door and says, hey, listen to this. We got a bag
of bacon.
Bag of bacon for the meat lovers.
That.
I think that's pretty cool. Would you go in and just buy I'll take a bag of bacon. I think I would.
I would have bacon and coffee.
Some coffee and a large bag of bacon.
Sure.
Just now I kind of want
Of course
some.
I would.
Of course I would.
And it's
too.
even better if you don't have to cook it at home because bacon is messy.
I've got a video if you want to watch it. I'm going to warn you right now. I think it's very disgusting, but there's a new world record for a speed eating of a burrito. I don't know how this is a thing, but Leah Shoot-Keever of the UK has broken her old burrito eating record of 44.20 seconds.
The reigning champion.
She was. Now she's got a new record, just verified by Guinness, 35.26 seconds to snarf down a burrito.
Well, there you go.
If you want to watch the video, I'm telling you right now, it's kind of gross watching somebody snarf down a burrito in 35 seconds.
Yeah.
I clicked on it. I was like, I wonder what that looks like. And halfway through, it's like, I'm turning this off. It's like, I don't know why anybody would watch that. Somebody's clicking on it right now to see. I'm telling you, I was curious too, and yeah, not good. And weird story here. A Chinese woman is suing her husband for bigamy after he married another woman on the internet. So he's married to her, but he married her online, which is like a fake marriage or whatever. Woman noticed her husband spending a lot of time on the internet. After becoming suspicious, she discovered that he married, in quotes, another woman on the internet, and they even have a virtual child. What does that even mean? Does that make sense to you?
Not even a little bit.
I'm so confused. I've got a link to it. It's a weird story. It's in the show notes. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Introducing InsuranceChicken.com. Why InsuranceChicken.com? Why not? Another insurance company has a duck, one has an emu, and that other company has a lizard. So InsuranceChicken.com is no more silly than any of those. Is it time for you to cross the road for your insurance? Don't be chicken. Check out InsuranceChicken.com. We'll help you peck out the best insurance rates we can find at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
And it's time right now for
Dear John Letters.
All right, Heidi, I've got a Dear John letter here, and we posted this on our Facebook page yesterday, and I got to say, I'm really, really glad that I was able to get some help with this one, and I'll tell you who that help is in just a second. This is really cool. But here's my Dear John letter. Dear John, my wife and I put every penny we have into a bar and grill. We're $400,000 in debt, and we have our house on the line. Sadly, we have some members of our team that just won't listen, and my wife and I disagree about letting them go. Any advice? Signed, I Need a Drink. Well, I need a drink? I think that you should talk to a different John. Instead of me, John Small, how about John Taffer from the TV program Bar Rescue? John, how long have you been doing this show now?
Man, I'm in my 9th year, which is my 7th season, John. Can you believe it?
We are big fans of the show, and I'm super excited that you're going to help me with my Dear John letter for today. But first of all, let's explain to people what your program is for somebody that doesn't quite know who you are. What do you do?
Oh, boy. You know, John, I'm dropped into the worst business situations you could ever imagine. I mean, the rats running around, drugs. I mean, I'm thrown into the worst situations you can imagine, and I'm given 4 days to turn them around. And it's pretty intense. Actually, to be honest with you, I never, ever thought this depth of failure even existed, John, to be honest with you. This season is over the top.
And I think it's amazing. You come in and make these amazing changes over the course of just a few days, but sometimes when you're done, not every member of the team gets to stay and be a part of the party, right?
Oh, matter of fact, the first episode of the season, we lost somebody just a few minutes in. So very often, you know, somebody can get fired by me, by an owner. Sometimes they'll quit and they'll walk out because the pressure gets intense. You know, Bar Rescue is a very intense show, and I never realized how intense it would be until I started making it. But it's unbelievable. It shocks me every week, John.
Now, we got this Dear John letter for somebody that's struggling, and I'm encouraging them to reach out to you to hopefully get your help. But not everybody that reaches out gets to be on the program, but everybody that watches the program, they could implement this in their own bar and get benefits from it too, couldn't they?
Sure they can, and a lot of people do. I get hundreds of emails each month from bar operators telling me that, you know, the show has helped them and they've implemented one program or another program. So it's not unusual at all for that to happen. I'm very proud of it. You know, when the industry itself reacts to the show and supports the show, that's very rewarding for me.
Well, John, thank you so much for helping me with my Dear John letter. It's a Dear John John for me, but this one really should be a Dear John Jon for John Taffer. I think they should absolutely reach out to you about being on your program. How many people reach out to do that every year?
Well, we'll have a few thousand people reach out, and this season we're doing 31. So there's a great many people, of course, we can't get to. And we try to do different regions of the country, so we move it around. And we tend to do 3 bars in each city that we're in. So we try to get as many in as we can, and we try to cluster them so it makes sense for everyone. But unfortunately, there's thousands every year we can't get to.
So we got this Dear John letter signed, I Need a Drink, and they may not ever make it on your program, but could you still give them some advice that could maybe help them?
Well, there's a lot of help out there. There's conventions you can go to that have great educational programs, National Restaurant Association, Nightclub and Bar Convention. There's My Taffer's virtual teaching, which is about 60 hours of training that's available online. There's a lot of information out there, John. If people want to learn today, they can learn. If they don't, shame on them, because it's all out there.
So in our Dear John letter, it sounds like the husband and wife that own this place kind of disagree on whether or not to keep this person or people that are struggling on the team. At a certain point, it's kind of the owner's issue, isn't it?
Well, when I go there, I accept responsibility for it. That's the intensity of the show for me, John. These people are failing. You know, they're $400,000 in debt. They're going to lose their house. You know, their kids are on the line. Their marriages are on the line. I take that very seriously. That's a big responsibility for me. Sometimes I tell them no and I walk out. That's happened several times. They're not worthy of it, or they're criminals, or they don't deal with people in a respectful way. And I have walked out and not remodeled several of them.
Yeah, I've actually watched that on the show.
Yeah, I don't mess around, John. If they don't deserve it, they don't get it.
What's even crazier to me are the ones that do make it on the show, but then as soon as you leave, they go back to what they were doing before.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Sometimes they're failing. They're in debt hundreds of thousands. I'll put a new bar in, I leave, and they put the old bar back, and then they close. It's really remarkable how personal sometimes the decisions they make are. And they're more personal than business, to be honest with you, in many cases.
John, I follow you on social media, and I've noticed on YouTube every once in a while you have some behind-the-scenes things. Is there quite a bit of stuff that doesn't make it onto the show?
Well, the important things do, but, you know, the show is an hour, and we're there taping for 4 days. So there are certainly things that don't make the show, and sometimes they're great scenes. But, we're telling a story. And if a great scene is a great scene, but it doesn't enhance or move the story along, then it doesn't serve its much purpose. We're really trying to tell the story of human struggle, resistance to change and transformation. In a strange way, John, it's very Shakespearean. Person in trouble resists change, transforms, redeems themselves, happy ending. Very Shakespearean when you think about it.
Our Dear John letter, help today from John Taffer from Bar Rescue. When and where can folks watch your show?
Sunday night, 10 o'clock on Paramount Network.
Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us here, sir.
Great to talk to you, John. Take care.
Again, John Taffer from Bar Rescue helping me with this week's Dear John letter.
If you grew up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, you should consider joining us for this amazing vacation.
My wife and I have been to this event the last 3 years, and we've had a blast.
Join us at the Sands.
Hear amazing music from Billy Idol,
Cheap Trick,
Belinda Carlisle,
Little River Band,
The Hooters,
Tesla,
Howard Jones,
and many more.
Plus, meet awesome stars from movies and TV.
It's the best week ever.
Learn more right now at thesands.rocks.
That's thesands.rocks.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
There's a country where twins are more likely to be born. It's in Central Africa. And it's an interesting thing because they don't really know why, but they have the highest birth rate of twins in the world. 13 twins per 1,000. That's more than double the rate of 30 twins per 1,000 in most areas. There's no single factor that causes this, but genetics, diet, and even the mother's height are thought to play a role. And for whatever reason...
Okay, wait. You said they have a rate of 13 twins per 1,000. That's double the rate of 30 twins
30
per
twins per 1,000.
But isn't 30 twins per 1,000 higher?
Oh, the world average is 13, and they have 30. Yeah, I read that backwards. I was reading through this way too quickly. And in my defense, I don't care.
I mean, I didn't do well in math, but I was like,
Hey,
I'm
thanks for
pretty
pointing that
sure.
I'm just trying to give you an opportunity to be more involved in the show, Heidi. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Not all credit cards are created equally. Some cards have higher rates, some have annual fees, some are just not very good. Often people will sign up for these because that's all they qualify for. But if you've done that, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation can change. Then you could qualify for a better credit card, one that offers you a better rate, or one that offers miles, points, cash back, or whatever is the best fit for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline, the Vatican. Pope Francis has tested negative for coronavirus.
Oh, that's super.
He was ill last week, and there was video of him doing a mass, and he was like coughing to the side, and instantly everybody's like, Pope's got coronavirus. So they sent a crew of people in hazmat suits, and they swabbed him down and scrubbed him up and sprayed him with a fire hose, and I don't think they did any of that. But they checked, and he does not have coronavirus. So,
well, we're all grateful for that.
There you go. A news headline from somewhere in this world.
Drinking too much can ruin your life. Alcohol and drug issues can cause problems at work, at home, and pretty much everywhere. If substance abuse has taken over your life and you want to quit, there is help. TimeForRehab.com could be the first step in the right direction for you. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find a new life beyond addiction. Your insurance company may even cover the cost to help make this happen. You can learn more now at TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A hospital worker at the Gulf Coast Hospital in Fort Myers, Florida, was arrested after being accused of sucking an elderly patient's toes.
Oh, that's just absolutely disgusting.
It says the patient said they felt their right foot being touched around 11 p.m. They assumed a nurse was checking for swelling, and then they were touching them again. The patient said after the third time they felt something weird between their toes. It was wet. 23-year-old Franz Beldorn was on his knees with his head bent over their foot. It says after yanking their foot away from Beldorn, he returned to his seat in the corner of the room. As a sitter, he had been assigned to keep an eye on the patient's roommate, who was a flight risk. He said he poked his head around the curtain and asked if they were okay. They called for assistance. A nurse was told what had happened. They looked at some security footage, and the guy was arrested.
How weird.
Why would you want to do that?
That is so creepy.
I've got a link to the story. It's definitely today's weird news.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, brought to you by SingleStudentLoan.com. Police in Ohio were called to check on a man's welfare. They found him mixing coffee creamer with fentanyl to sell as a narcotic. That's not a good plan. 23-year-old Damon H. Wade was arrested at a business in Alliance where police found him with the coffee creamer, seized it along with less than a gram of fentanyl, which he had divided into 2 pieces of folded aluminum. According to jail records, he also had a strip of bioperipherin and naximoholin film in his wallet. I don't know what any of that stuff is. Anyway, apparently it's stuff that you use to make other stuff. He was wanted on a misdemeanor falsification warrant, jailed on charges of possession of fentanyl-related compound, possession of counterfeit controlled substances, and a misdemeanor drug possession. He remained behind bars, held in lieu of a $76,000 bond. So a lot of stuff going on in this story that I don't even know what any of that means, but it's today's moment of duh.
Introducing InsuranceChicken.com. Why InsuranceChicken.com? Why not? Another insurance company has a duck, one has an emu, and that other company has a lizard. So InsuranceChicken.com is no more silly than any of those. Is it time for you to cross the road for your insurance? Don't be chicken. Check out InsuranceChicken.com. We'll help you peck out the best insurance rates we can find at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for fake news or Florida. Heidi, tell me, is this a true story from the great state of Florida, or is it made up just to trick you? Little hashtag fake news.
All righty, I'm ready.
Here we go. Fake news or Florida. A holiday Florida man had his monkey taken away after 2 of them were busted for driving a stolen car. Fake news or Florida?
Fake news.
Sorry, Heidi, that is a true story. So a man and his monkey were busted for stealing a car. He got arrested. The monkey was taken away. I wonder what's going to happen to the monkey.
I don't know. I'll take it.
Heidi wants a monkey. So if you can line that up, reach out to me.
I would gladly foster that
I don't know
monkey.
exactly how that works, though. I don't think
What
we
do
can
you mean?
just, grab a monkey. Want to go to the zoo and just nab one? I'm kidding. If a monkey turns up missing at the zoo, we don't want that monkey. I'm just saying. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
Now some good news brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. I think this is a cool story. I don't really have a news headline because this was sent to me and there's not a headline. There's a whole story. I'll just read the abbreviated story, though. It says, the internet needs more good, wholesome content, and this 81-year-old on TikTok is here to give us just that. Simple cooking videos. He's titled Cooking with Steve. He's 81, keep in mind.
Oh, cute.
And this TikTok TV star shows viewers everything from how to make pancakes to pour cereal. Stephen Austin, Fort Worth, Texas, is the man behind the videos posted under the username Old Man Steve.
That is so cute.
Is.
I
And
want to watch those.
There are some really cool videos. And the thing that's neat is he was doing this on other platforms. And like when those things went away, he was like, oh, I'm going to do it on YouTube and I'm doing it over here. But there was like some other platform that he was using, that Vine, I think, and they quit doing that. So now he's using TikTok, and most of the people using TikTok are younger than us.
Right.
This guy's twice our age, and just really, really cool because kids are loving it. They're like, oh, that's really neat. I tune in and I watch this 81-year-old guy make us.
That is so cute.
And the videos, he reminds me of somebody, and I don't know who it is. I watched it. If you can think of who he reminds you of, maybe that's who I'm thinking of. But I watch it and I'm like, he almost looks like a celebrity, but I can't quite place who. I don't know. Super neat guy. Looks like a nice dude. I've got a link to the story in the show notes for today at JohnandHeidiShow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. I want to say a huge thank you to John Taffer once again from Bar Rescue for helping out.
Absolutely. What a good guy.
And also, if you would like to chime in with today's Dear John letter, you can also do that. It's on our Facebook page, facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.